is not the center of your screen, you can go ahead and put your, mouse on the top right corner where it says there's 3 dots, and you can pin it if it's not pinned on yours, so that way you can see me. So I'm gonna start off by introducing myself. I'm a junior at New Paltz. I'm a psychology major. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I'm a registered yoga teacher. I've been teaching for about 3 years, but it still is always scary to teach a first class. So I apologize if I stutter a little bit or don't talk the right way I'm thinking in my head. So today is a full moon. And I love cycling with the moon cycle. I love setting goals and using the full moon energy to help strengthen my own energy. So I wrote a little thing I'm going to read from my phone. So I want everyone to think of one goal in their head, maybe to drink more water, be kinder to yourself, or even meditate for 5 minutes a day. And then I want you to think of something you want to let go. Something that you're going to let go that is going to create more room for this goal you have. So it's a little bit of give in order to take, in order to make room for something that you are super excited about, something that you want to add into your life, something positive. So I want to be more mindful this month. So what I'm going to let go of, what I'm going to try to spend less time doing is going on social media, because that pulls me away from being present. So maybe you have these in your mind, maybe you're just starting to think of them, that's good. I have a little sticky notes that I like to write things that I want to let go or goals that I have. So with these in your head, we're going to create mantras. I like to call them mantras in action. So what a mantra in action is, it is a present tense. So you're saying I am, or you're not saying I will be. We never want to say I will be, because you already are that state. Happiness comes from the inside. Everything comes from the inside. There's nothing outside of us that's going to make us happy, right? We're always going to want more. We're always going to want more money, a better job, this, that. So I am happy. I am loved. I am strong. I radically love myself, right? Radical self-love. So we're talking in the present tense. That's a mantra in action. So they can be feelings, nouns, whatever. You heard a bunch of different ones. So the words that I'm going to use for myself, because I'm trying to be mindful, is I'm bringing in mindfulness. That's my goal. And I'm letting go of distractions. Some others I thought of, if maybe you don't have one in your head yet, is I'm bringing in grounding. I'm letting go of stress. I'm bringing in radical self-love. I'm letting go of judgment. So however you want to phrase it, maybe it's something different. Maybe it's health is coming to me. Toxicity is leaving my body. So, and another one, I am full of abundance. I'm letting go of greed. So there's a give and a pull. So go ahead, take some time, think about those two things. Maybe if your phone is near you, you can write them down, or if you have a pen and paper, you can write them down so you don't lose them. So we're going to activate these mantras at the end of class today. We're going to sit and do a little bit of meditation. So just keep in mind that these are a bring in and a let go, right? That's what I'm talking about here. And when we inhale, we want to bring in that mantra, and we're going to exhale, let it go. So I'm inhale, bringing in mindfulness, exhale, letting go of distractions. That's going to be mine. So again, we'll come back to this end of class. I'm going to remind you guys to inhale your intentions, exhale, release what is no longer serving you. And with that, I just wanted to say that as we move through class today, I want to challenge you to breathe. I know that sounds so simple, right? Because breathing is something we do every day unconsciously. But throughout the physical practice, I really want you to consciously remind yourself to take deep breaths. It's going to help your physical body. It's going to heal your physical body, and it's going to create that mind-body connection. So I'll remind you to breathe. You can remind yourself to breathe. I say it a lot in class. So yeah, healing is beyond measures the most healing thing that you can do. And with that, we'll get started. We're going to start in a child's pose today. So I'm just gonna get my camera situated and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. So I'm taking my knees about mat distance apart, my big toes together, and I'm sending my sit bones towards the heels, walking the hands out far about mat distance apart and taking the third eye down to the mat. Now, if this is too much on your back, you'll feel it. Go ahead and bring your knees a little bit together. So same thing here. We're taking the head down to the mat, letting it hang, and just breathing here to start. Maybe letting the eyes close. Push deeply into the palms. Get a nice stretch from your top of your shoulders all the way down the sides of your back. Pushing down your sit bone, your lower back into the heels more and more. And using your breath to guide this movement. So inhale, filling the lower back, filling the shoulder blades, filling the chest. And then exhale, maybe sinking the hips a little bit deeper, maybe pushing into the hands more and lengthening the back. And on your next inhale, we're going to look forward at the hands and slowly come up onto our knees. So from here, we're keeping our knees and feet in the same position they were just in. We're going to lean over our wrists. So our shoulders are over our wrists, and our wrists are under our elbows, and our elbows are under our shoulders. And we're going to come into our chaturanga. So we're just lowering down, and then we're going to inhale, come back up, and then send it back to our child's pose. Let the forehead kiss the mat. And then we're going to inhale, send it back. So we're going to do some of these push-ups and back to our child's pose. Child's pose push-ups, warming up the body a little bit. And we'll do 2 more after this. Coming fully into our child's pose, taking as long as you need to do these. Nice, and then we'll all meet in our child's pose. And then from here, we'll come forward, coming into our neutral tabletop. So we're taking the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and then go ahead and look in between your knees. If you can see your feet, go ahead and take them a little bit wider. So from here, we're gonna come into our cat-cow flow. We're beginning our spinal curve, starting at the lower back, and then continuing to arch in the middle back, and then the neck comes up last. So it looks like this. We're inhaling up, dropping the big cow belly, expanding up the collarbones. Exhale, starting from the lower back, curving up, curving middle back, curving upper back, and then taking the chin in, exhaling. Inhale, same direction. Neck and head come up last. Exhale. Inhale for cow. Really pushing the ribcage out. Inhaling for cat, starting at the bottom of the spine, really squeezing the organs in. We're massaging all the internal organs here. Navel to the back of the spine. And we'll do about 10 more of these, moving at your own pace. Inhaling is the upward motion. Exhaling is the downward motion. So continue those. Okay, and we'll come to a neutral spine. So from here, I'm going to take my right hand forward, my left leg back. Finding midline with the arm and leg. We're going to inhale, reach up. So we're balancing here. This is a great spine stabilizer. We're going to exhale, take the knee to elbow. Inhale, expand, lengthen. Imagine that both your hand and your foot are being pulled in opposite directions. Exhale in. Inhale. 5 more. Exhale. Inhale. 4, 3, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. Last one. And then we'll take it down. Okay, so you can shake your shoulders out a little bit. And then same thing, other side. Get ready. And then we're going to inhale, reach it up. Find midline, so your palm and your foot should be about the center of your body. We're going to go ahead, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Moving as slow or quickly as you would like. Four more. Inhaling the outward motion, exhaling the inward motion. And one more. Nice job, guys. I know these are hard. Okay. So from here, we're going to do one more similar to that, but it looks a little bit different. So we're going to cactus the right arm, and then we're going to take the left foot up, kind of like a fire hydrant, like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant, right? So this is what it looks like. And we're just going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then go ahead and lower the hand. We're going to lower the foot long ways. So it looks like that. And we're going to come up, stand on this shin, knee, and foot. So from here, the left foot is out long. We're going to take the left hand, slide it down, and take a side stretch. So go ahead and look up. Maybe look at the right palm if you can. Getting a whole side stretch on the right. And then we're going to inhale, taking that right hand all the way to the floor. So same thing here, the foot might come up. We're going to take a left side stretch. Taking that left arm up, maybe looking at it. And maybe if it's in your practice, you can go ahead and grab the left foot, or you can reach for it. So we're expanding here at the collarbone, really opening the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together, releasing any tension in the neck. And then we'll go ahead, same way we got into it, coming out of it, and coming into our tabletop. So from here, same thing on the opposite side. So I'm cactusing the left hand, taking up the right knee. We're gonna hold it, making sure you're breathing here. Nice, and then placing that hand down, coming up, sliding the right palm down the right shin, and we're gonna do a side stretch. All the way to the right, expanding the left side body. And try to actively stretch upward so our chest is trying to face the ceiling. Our chest is not facing the leg, if that makes sense. And then we're gonna take the left hand to the mat. Same thing here, taking the right arm, right side stretch. And then maybe if you did it on the other side, trying to reach for that foot. And then slowly coming out of that, the way we got into it, we'll meet at our tabletop and we'll take another child's pose. So maybe you try to take it with your knees a little bit more separate apart. Your hips should be super warm, so this might feel a lot better, might be a lot easier. And from here, we're going to take the hands and walk them all the way to the right for a side stretch in our child's pose. Breathing into the left side body. And then walking the hands back to center, over to the left, breathing into that right side body. And we'll take the hands back to center. We're going to come up back to our tabletop. So from here, we're coming into our first down dog. So if you haven't come into a down dog, I'm going to explain this the best I can. We're taking our hands mat distance apart. We want our pointer fingers to be horizontal, or sorry, parallel. We want our pointer finger to be parallel with the long side of our mat. So that means that our hands might come out a little bit, and we want our elbow pit facing our thumb, so the same direction. We're going to come into our plank, and then we're going to pull the hips up, the tailbone up, tuck the chin, maybe a super bend in the knees, pulling the chest towards the thighs, trying to make a super straight and strong spine. So pay attention to the hands here. We want there to be absolutely no gaps or spaces in between the hands, fingertips, palms. There should be no weight in the wrist, and our arms should be super buoyant. So able to hold our weight up. The shoulder blades are actively pulling back away from the neck, looking through the thighs. And there should be an internal rotation of the thighs. So the knees are coming in a little bit. And then I want you to think biceps forward, triceps back. Nice. And from here, taking all of our weight into our left foot, we're going to inhale, reach the right foot up. We're going to inhale, take that foot into the chest. I want you to think cat spine. So we're pushing super hard into the palms, holding the foot up, and then placing it down very gently. Coming down onto that back left knee. And we're slowly going to rise up. So I want you to get your weight on top of this back left foot. We're going to inhale, take the arms up. They shouldn't be past your neck, so see how they're here and not here. Thumbs are facing the back wall, pinkies are facing the front of your mat. And then we're going to exhale the hands down. Pop off that back knee, and then we're gonna come forward into our forward fold. So both feet are forward. The chin is tucked. Sorry, the chin is tucked, and we're in our forward fold. So you can pedal out the feet a little bit, as much of a bend as you need. Option here to ragdoll the arms. And make sure to take deep breaths. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. So from here, we're at a 90-degree angle. The hip creases are pulled back. We have a very long and strong spine. The chin is tight, slightly tucked, to create a long spine. And then we're going to exhale back to our forward fold. We're going to inhale one vertebrae at a time, coming up into our mountain pose Tadasana. And from here, I want you to find the tripod on your foot. So it's the 3 points of your foot, and practice moving your weight back and forth until you find an equilibrium between all 3 points. So we don't want to be leaning too far back or too much forward. We're evenly distributed here. I want you to think active thighs above the knees. So our thighs are activated, there's no weight in our knees are not locked. And then I want you to think heart over tailbone, third eye over heart. So we are leaning back a little bit. We're imagining that a hot air balloon is pulling our chest up and forward so we feel really light, really buoyant in this pose. Our palms are facing the front of our mat. Maybe let your eyes close here. Breathing into your body, letting your inhale reach your feet. Feel the connection between your feet and the mat. Feel all the parts of your body, how activated this pose can be, and how strong your body is. So from here, we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, take them above your head, maybe take a mini back bend, and then we're going to take the hands to heart center, and then exhale them down. I'm just gonna adjust my camera a little bit because I know you guys can't see me. Okay, I think that should be better. So we're in our Tadasana pose. Okay. So we're in our Tadasana pose. Oh wait, no, sorry. We inhaled, sweep our arms up, hands to heart center, and then all the way down. Flat spine to our forward fold. So from here, the hands are planted, super bend in the knees. We're gonna send our right foot back, and then we're gonna send our left foot back. We're in our plank pose. We're going to come through a chaturanga or yogi's push-up. So we're gonna send those shoulders over the wrist, bend the elbows all the way down. Inhale, coming to your baby cobra, or maybe an up dog if that's in your practice. Exhale, let the forehead kiss the mat, and then we're going to peel up back into our down dog. So from here, rooting into that right foot, inhale, sweep the left leg up. Inhale, taking it to the chest, we're gonna hold it. Think cat spine. Drop the hips a little bit more. I know I'm the worst at that. You have to drop your hips down. And then step that foot up. Lower the knee down. And then we're coming up, getting that knee underneath the hip. And then we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. And then we'll exhale the hands down. Pop off that back knee, coming into our forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And then we're gonna inhale, reverse swan dive the arms up, all the way. Your prayer hands come above your head. Maybe look up, maybe take a mini back bend. And then we'll exhale, big swan dive down. Tuck the chin. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Placing the hands down, we're going to step the left foot back, step the right foot back, and go through our flow. And we'll all knee in our down dog. So from here, inhaling, lifting the right leg up. Inhale, taking into the chest. And then we'll step it forward, coming down onto your knee. Low lunge, Anjana Asana. Exhale, take the hands down. We're gonna walk the hands back as we straighten the front leg. This is our runner's stretch. So from here, try to keep a long, straight spine. So maybe come up onto your fingertips. Maybe you don't come onto the ground at all. This is an active stretch in itself. So we just want to make sure that we're not curling or arching our back so there's no damage to the lower back, the sacral spine. Pull the toes towards the body. And then we're going to take the foot left and right, taking the big side edge of the foot down to the mat. Same thing with the pinky side edge of the foot. Rocking back and forth. So we're massaging the knee, opening up the knee. And then from here, we're going to take both the hands to the right side of the right leg. Remembering to breathe here. And then take the hands back to center. And we're going to bend that knee again. We're going to come back into our low lunge Anjanasana, but this time in a twist. So I'm taking my left palm down to the ground next to my right foot. I'm going to inhale, swing open my right arm. So I'm looking at my right thumb. I'm pinching my shoulder blades together and breathing here. And then we'll exhale, lowering that hand down. We'll pop off that back foot, rocking back and forth. Same thing here, coming to our forward fold. Tucking that chin. Maybe here you're feeling a little bit more open. Maybe you can take the hands to clasp behind the lower back. Open the shoulders a little bit. Or not, doing whatever feels best to you. And on your next inhale, forward lift. Exhale, fold. We'll inhale, big reverse swan dive up. Hands to prayer above the head, look up, mini back bend. Exhaling the hands all the way down, and then big swan dive down, flat spine. Take the chin in, inhale, back up to our flat back. Exhale, forward fold, planting the hands down, taking the right foot back, and then the left, going through your flow or skipping it, whatever feels best for you. And then we'll meet in our down dog. And when you're there, making sure that all the weight is in that right foot, we'll come up, lifting the left leg up. And now take it into the chest, stepping it through, lowering down onto that knee. Inhale, coming up. And then we'll exhale the hands down. Walking the hands back as we straighten that front leg. And coming into whatever variation feels the best for your body. And then we'll begin to take the foot back and forth, left and right. Opening the knee. This might be a new stretch to some people. Okay, and then we're gonna walk both the hands to the left side of that left foot. Making sure to breathe here. Taking the hands back around that foot. Coming back into our low lunge pose. And then same thing here. Taking the right palm down. Inhale, swing that left arm up. Look at the left thumb. Pinch the shoulder blades together, broaden at the collarbones. Think breathing east to west through the collarbones, creating lots of room for breath here. And then we'll exhale, taking that hand down, popping off the back knee, coming into our forward fold. From here, we're gonna heel toe the feet to be about mat distance apart. And from here, we're going to dip our sit bones down. So maybe you come into frog pose, which looks like this. You're just on your toes, rocking back and forth, preparing you for yogi squat. Or maybe you have yogi squat in your practice, which is just bringing the heels down and then coming off the hands. So wherever you are, that's great. Just making sure you're breathing in this pose, honoring your body, not pushing yourself. Nice, making sure that you're breathing. And then wherever you are, we'll come back up into our standing forward fold. We'll heel toe the feet back together, maybe hip distance apart. Listening to your body, whatever feels best. Tucking the chin. And then we'll inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, the arms up and over. Maybe look up with the hands, mini back bend. And then taking the hands down, big swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Placing the hands down, super bend in the knees. Shooting that left foot back, then the right, and coming through your flow. Or skipping it if you would like to take a child's pose. If the breath is ever compromised, always come into your child's pose, realign yourself, and make sure to get the breath back, right? Because that's the biggest component here, is moving with the breath. So if you ever lose that, if you ever get a little too exhausted, come to your child's pose. And when you're ready, we'll meet back in our down dog. We're going to inhale, sweep the right foot up. Take the heel to the sit bone. And we're going to try to open up that hip. Making sure that your weight is evenly distributed between the foot and the two hands. And then we'll inhale, take that foot in, place it in between the hands, and we're going to come right up to our high lunge. So get yourself situated. We're going to get the weight, again, like we did with our low lunge, the back knee and the back thigh. We're getting our hip and weight over that. And maybe if this feels comfortable for you, you can start to straighten that back leg and push through that back heel. Taking the hands up. And then we are going to lower the hands down over the knee. Keeping the left palm down, we're going to inhale, sweep up the right. So same thing we did before. You can lower the back knee if you need. Modification to do that. And then using the breath, we want to make sure we have the breath here before we do anything. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms back up into our high lunge. So from here, we're going to inhale, open the arms to a T, facing the right. So we're in an active twist here. Twisting up the belly button. And then we're going to come back to center. Exhale, fold over the front leg, and we're going to get back into our forward fold. Making sure that the chin is tucked, the head is heavy. And here, practice sending weight into the toes. You might be leaning a little too far back into the heels. That's super common. So just practice sending your weight a little bit more into the toes. And from here, same thing. We're going to heel toe the feet, mat distance apart, and practice coming in to our yogi squat. So however this looks for you, maybe you got to add a lot of movement because it might be, you know, your body's not used to this. It's super normal. And then we'll inhale, come up, heel toe the feet, back together. And then we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, we're going to inhale, swing the arms up and come into our chair pose. So here, go ahead and take the arms long. So we want to see how much you can reach back, and taking the arms long will help you realize like how deep down you can go. If you can pull the toes up, that means that you're sending your weight in the right area of your feet. And then we're going to exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive the arms up and over. Look up at the hands. Mini back bend here. Exhale the hands to heart center and forward fold. And from here, stepping the right foot back, left foot back, coming into your flow, or maybe coming to a child's pose, maybe grabbing some water with me. And we'll meet in our down dog. From here, inhale, lifting the left foot up, taking the heel to the sit bone. Inhale, take it into the chest, place it down. We're coming all the way up, high lunge. Get that weight under you. This is gonna help just like realign the body and make your hips feel a little bit stronger if you're not used to coming into a high lunge. That's why I say bend the knee. If you're getting used to it, you can go ahead and straighten it. And then from here, lowering the hands down, taking the right hand down. Inhale, sweeping the left up. Maybe coming into that modification. And then we'll take the hands down. Inhale, coming up. And then same twist here, opening all the way up to the left, twisting at the belly button and the navel. Making sure to breathe. Twists are a little difficult to breathe in. You want to make sure you're getting all the breath in that you can. And then we'll exhale the hands down. Come and meet in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to inhale, coming up to our chair pose. Take the hands to heart center, and we're going to do a super quick twist. So we'll start by twisting to the right. We don't have to have the elbow go over the knee. Just make sure that one knee isn't knocking into another. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take a gentle twist. Inhale up to center, and then we'll come stand all the way up to our Tadasana. So from our Tadasana, we're gonna do a quick balancing pose. So tree pose is great. It's a fantastic rooting pose and strengthening pose. We're gonna start by putting all the weight into the left foot. And maybe your tree pose looks like this, or maybe you want to take it all the way up. Just not putting it on the knee. And then you can take your hands to heart center, or you can take them up, create some branches, maybe sway back and forth if you want to challenge yourself. And if you really want to challenge yourself up, look up at your fingertips or at the ceiling. And then we'll exhale, take the hands down, take the right foot down, and switch. So activating, sending all the weight into your right foot. Super strong leg, coming up, maybe bringing it to your shin, or bringing it all the way to the inner thigh. And from here, same thing you did on the other side, whatever variation you took of tree pose. And then we'll exhale, take it down. Okay. And we're going to come back to our forward fold. We're going to heel toe the feet mat width apart and come again into our yogi squat. So maybe this time, if you haven't done it yet, you want to come and bring the hands up. Maybe try to do that. You can still rock back and forth. And then we'll place the hands down and we'll come to meet in a downward dog. So from here, we are going to take the right foot and step it up to the outside of the right hand. So your foot's near the right pinky, near the outside edge of the mat, and then you can come lower down the back left knee. So it looks like this. This is called a lizard pose. So here we wanna be super careful that we're not hurting the back, maybe not caving the lower back in or rounding the spine. So if you have to maybe grab a pillow to come up, or if you want to bring the knee in a little bit, we just want to make sure that our spine is super long, super strong. We're not dipping or caving. Again, expanding at the collarbones, pulling the shoulder blades together. And if it's in your practice and you would like to come to the forearms, you can absolutely do that. Making sure to breathe here. And then from here, we're gonna start to walk the hands inward towards the body and start to straighten that leg. And then we're going to try to get the leg in the middle of the body, so maybe you have to pick up and move the foot. So we're coming back into our runner stretch. So again, pulling the toes towards the body, long straight spine, and the knee can be super bent. We're gonna take both hands to the inside of that right foot, and then we're gonna sweep that foot around, coming into our tabletop, and then coming back into our down dog. And from here, taking that left foot to the edge of the left hand, lowering that knee down. And again, not pushing your body, honoring your body, moving like we love our bodies because we do, not pushing yourself. So maybe you bring it in a little bit. And again, if it's in your practice, coming down to the forearms. Deep breaths here. The more you focus on the breath, the less tension is going to be in the body. And from here, we'll start to walk the hands in closer to the body, straightening that leg, and then go ahead and take the leg to the middle of the mat for our runner stretch. And then we'll take both hands to the inside of that left foot, sweep that foot around, come to sit on our sit bones. We'll take our feet out to one side, and we'll center ourselves on our mat. So from here, we're gonna do a quick 2 forms of a forward fold. So we're gonna start in this position. We're going to take our arms and bear hug our knees. So from here, all we're gonna do is slightly tuck the chin and maybe try to get the head in between the knees. My head doesn't reach. I've been having a lot of neck tension recently, lots of studying, and maybe rock back and forth, maybe keep it still, trying to open the upper back here. So from here, we'll slowly come out of that. Take the leg straight. So as much as a bend you need here, go ahead and pull the fatty parts out of the leg. We're gonna raise the arms up. We're going to inhale. Exhale, we're gonna lead with the heart, not the ego. So leading down with the chest. So maybe your hands are here, maybe they're reaching your feet, maybe they're just on your ankles or shins. As much of a bend in the knees as you need to get the chest to touch the leg. So maybe it looks like this, or maybe it looks like this. Tucking the chin in as much as you can. We don't want to create any strain on the neck here, so being super gentle with yourself. Making sure to breathe. Okay, and then we'll inhale, taking the knees back, or the feet back underneath the knees. We're gonna take the hands out as if we're gonna go into our boat pose, and we're just gonna like very gently lower the top body down and let the head and the neck go down. So from here, our knees are bent, we're centered on our mat. We're going to place the hands down, take the right foot and cross the left knee. And here, if you are feeling it, we're gonna take the fingertips, interlace those fingertips behind the left hamstring. So we're doing pigeon on our backs. And make sure to keep that left foot super activated. Pulling the left knee closer to the top body. Maybe rocking back and forth, massaging the lower back. And then we'll exhale, coming out of it the same way we got in, lowering that left foot down, taking that right foot down. Same thing, opposite side, left foot crosses the right knee. If you did it on the other side, taking the right foot up, interlacing the fingertips behind the hamstring. Super, super active right foot. So we're trying to flex that right foot, pull the knee. You can see that I'm pulling the knee in more towards my body. And then if you did on the other side, if you'd like to rock back and forth, massaging the lower back, you can do so. And then we'll exhale, lowering the feet down, unwinding. And from here, we're gonna do one mini back bend, or we're gonna come into bridge pose. So we're gonna take the feet underneath the knees, bringing the feet as close as you can to the sit bones. We're going to place the palms down the mat. And maybe if you would like to, if you're feeling it, you can go ahead and take the hands underneath the sit bones so they're about touching the heels. And then we'll inhale up to our bridge pose. So our core is super activated here. Our quads are activated, our hamstrings are activated, our glutes are activated. We're breathing in, breathing into the belly, the chest, the shoulder blades. Exhale, maybe there's a natural dip. And then you inhale, flex a little bit more. Maybe you interlace the fingertips behind the lower back, pulling the shoulder blades together. Making sure to breathe here. And then we'll take the hands out down, slowly, slowly, slowly lowering the spine down. And then we'll rock the knees back and forth, windshield wiping the knees. And as we windshield wipe, our legs are going to get longer and longer, closer to the mat. And then from here, we're going to take a full body stretch. And then we're going to inhale, take the knees into the chest. Long spine, pushing that tailbone down. So if you're up like this, go ahead and push that tailbone down. And we're going to rock back and forth. From here, we're going to let both the knees fall to the right side, taking that right hand over the knees, and then taking that left arm long, maybe cactusing it, bending it, or maybe taking it straight, and we're all going to look to the left. And then we're going to go ahead and inhale, take the legs back to center, and exhaling, sending the knees to the left or the right, whatever way you did, just do the opposite side. And then same thing here, looking towards the opposite palm. Maybe letting the eyes close, tuning into the breath. And then we'll take the knees back to center. And you can slowly lower them down. And our next pose is Shavasana, also known as corpse pose. So we're just lying down. You have lots of ways here to lie down. If your back is a little bit achy, your lower back, you have lots of options. You can take Shavasana on your side in a fetal position. You can take it on your stomach and chest, or you can take the soles of the feet together and open the legs for a Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose. So we're kind of in like a butterfly pose and the knees are open. So lots of variations here for your Shavasana. Or you can take it in a meditation seat, maybe a simple cross-legged position. Whatever feels best to you, whatever feels best to your body. So from here, maybe letting the eyes close, maybe taking the hands open. If you're lying down, letting the palms face the ceiling. Or maybe you feel more comfortable taking the left palm over the heart, right palm over the stomach. And just tune into your natural breath, the natural rise and fall of the stomach. And from here, I'm going to ask you to remember your mantra, and we're going to activate them. So we're going to start by inhaling, saying what we want to bring in, exhaling, letting go. So just start simply with the words. So inhale, I'm bringing in mindfulness. Exhale, I am letting go of distractions. That's my mantra. Inhale, what are you bringing in towards your life? Exhale, what are you letting go of? Inhale, what is your new intention? Exhale, what are you removing in your life to make more room for? So continue that. We'll do that about 10 times. Keep saying it to yourself. Now, I want you to visualize what your life looks like, what you feel like, and how you act. In the present now, how you feel with your new intention. You are mindful. You are radically self-loving yourself. You are what you are saying you are. And now I want you to visualize maybe imagining a scenario, right? I want you to visualize the thing that you're letting go of, leaving your body, your life. So I am letting go of social media. So my example is that I am imagining, I'm visualizing myself on my phone, and I'm visualizing me putting my phone down, putting it away. Visualizing my mantra working. So maybe you want to get rid of greed. Maybe you want to get rid of self-loathing, anything that's bad. Just imagine yourself denying it. Imagine yourself pushing it away. And with that, if you're lying down, you can come into a fetal position on your favorite side, holding your head maybe with your arm. And then we'll begin to push ourselves up, and we'll all meet in a cross-legged position. And when you're there, we can bring our hands to heart center if you would like, bowing the chin into the chest, into the heart center, and thank yourself for coming here, because that's the hardest part, right, is showing up. So thank yourself so much for coming, and I thank you for letting me guide your practice, for trusting me with that. And with that, the light and the dark in me honors the light and the dark in each and every one of you. Namaste.